Have you ever seen those guys who seem to grip the pull-up bar as wide as possible and then pull themselves up effortlessly? Me too. And I can't do that, but I want to do that. And I want that so bad, so I figured the best way to go about improving my pull-ups was to build a pull-up bar right outside my front door, so I have no excuses. But this doesn't exist yet for you. So first, let's get to building. So the first step is to weld the pieces together. Luckily, we didn't have to buy anything as we had the appropriate metal pieces from our scrap pile. As you can see, I'm not very good at welding, but you know who is? My dear old Pops. After using our advanced yardstick measuring technique, we were going to put it in the hole and use the back loader, or the front loader, whatever you want to call it, to push it down. But you can see Dad laughed because it wasn't tall enough. So we came up with plan B.
I'm impressed.
It's a little wobbly.
Well, it'll settle down. You take the water hose. You know what I mean?
So after a couple days of beating it down with this tool to reinforce the dirt, I gave it a couple tries, but what I was realizing, my hands kept getting so dirty, so I had a plan to clean it off. But as I went out to the shop, I couldn't find an electric sander, and I was definitely not going to sand this thing by hand. But that's okay. I know of a place.
That fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Tryna strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. You think the pay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some P-rest that's for bitching? You Malibu most wanted, ain't no love boy, you ball boy.
And with the sanding done, it was time to primer it, paint it, and make a cool ass design.
They show up, get top of the bitches, the benzos, the reason I got her, the cha-cha, we slid, the reason we got you, the hoppers, the coppers, get no love, get nada, the blocker, get hotter and hotter and hotter. It's in me, so they envy, try reaching for the watcher, the glocker, go blocker, and blocker. I do this, it's nada, I hit your baby mama.
You've heard of girl lunch. Now look at man decoration.
The whole lead up to this is my pull-ups suck and I want to get better at them. So what am I going to do is I'm going to do them every single day and I'm going to do them more frequently and I'm going to get better at them because I'm doing them more frequently. And I'm going to do like holds and maybe some weighted pull-ups along the way. This thing's going to help. But the first thing to do is we're going to analyze my pull-ups right now. But how do we determine the success of this experiment? Well, obviously, I want to get more pull-ups. I want the quality of my pull-ups to be better as well. We're going to be able to analyze it by the increase of pull-ups before and after the experiment, and then how many quality pull-ups can I get before resulting to bad form. So my starting form, as you can see, is very narrow. My arms are almost parallel to each other, and my goal is to get my grip as wide as I can comfortably, to try to emulate those pull-ups I see all the amazing athletes and bodybuilders do on Instagram. A lot of the training is also going to involve this scapular retraction technique where we try to bring our chest to the sky in order to keep solid form. Today we're going to test to see how many I can get, good or bad form, trying to keep it good form. So we got 8.5. Whether this was a good or a bad day, I think that's a good starting number. Let's hope that by the end of this month, I could do more than 8, hopefully more than 10. Ideally 12, that'd be cool, if not more. So the first day I started out pretty simple. I tried to focus on my form and I ended up doing 2 sets of 6 pull-ups. And after that, I decided to get a ladder to try to do some holds. As you can see, my shoulders were not getting very close to the top of the bar, and I wanted to fix that. You want to bring chest to bar. So I got the ladder and I tried to do holds starting from the top to get myself into that position, and this actually worked out a whole lot better than I thought it ever could. And I did this and progressive overloaded by doing 1 set of 3 the first day, and on the second day doing 2 sets of 3. Slow, eccentric, holds, and so on and so forth, adding reps, adding volume, and it turned out pretty great. Now, I'm not gonna show you guys every single day because I think that would be a really boring video. There were days where I could do more pull-ups and there were days where I could do less. But I did see progress on a bigger scale, which was really cool. There were days where I actually forgot to do the pull-ups at my house, and so I had to stop on my way to work by my local gym to use the pull-up bars that they had outside. So it was kind of insane, the consistency of it all, but I got through 30 days. So the 30 days are over. How did it go? First off, I want to say, I think anybody doing something like this or making a change to their routine, diving into something, they might have some unrealistic expectations. I know I did. I thought by the end of this, I was gonna look like this guy. Obviously, that wasn't the case. I am happy with the way that my pull-up form had changed and improved not only in reps, but in quality, not nearly as much as I wanted it to improve. I'm gonna be honest about that. It was only 30 days. What I did in those 30 days, I think is fantastic as far as results go. So let's look at this. Let's look at the numbers, and it looks like on the first day, I got 8 pull-ups with some pretty questionable form. But by the end of it, the 30 days, even though progress was not linear, I got to 12 pull-ups. And I think that's pretty damn good. That's an increase of 50%. I don't think that I would increase it another 50% by going for another month. I'm going to keep my pull-ups a staple part of my routine, especially now that I have my pull-up bar. You know what? I'm proud. I'm proud of the results, and I'm proud that I can share these with you guys so that you can get some type of expectation, because honestly, a lot of the improvements came from just being exposed to the movement. Something that I didn't do regularly. Once you start doing it regularly, you get more comfortable with it. It's like bench press. You can't expect to get better at bench press if you're not doing bench press. It's that simple. I hope that you guys really enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the creation of my pull-up bar with my father, and some of the little gimmicks that I did with the videoing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. There's a lot of other videos that I do, and I'm planning on doing a lot more endurance-based videos in the future. So stay tuned for that, because it's going to be wild, to say the least. And if you haven't checked out some of my videos, I've done a lot of other things like 100,000 steps in a day. That sucked. I tried Will Tennyson's 10,000 calories in a day, trying to burn 10,000 calories in 24 hours. That sucked a lot. But hey, if you like it, if you like videos like that, if you like challenges, go check them out. They're pretty cool. Thanks again for watching, and be conscious of your calories.